Taking those deep breaths. Setting back, tuning into yourself. Let the information take you to where you want to be. Making conscious self-care moves. Thank you for dancing and breathing with me today. Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. That's right, family. We got to rock the world. Making those conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation is essential for self-success. Taking those deep breaths. Moving that body, taking the time to tune into yourself during this hour.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the streets with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Oh, I'm gonna make that change. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize
There are some with no home, without a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone?
changes ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Try to get it right while you got the time, 'cause when you close your heart, you close your mind. Na 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 na. Make that change. Oh yeah. Change.
I asked a question to the universe, which then my cells answered. I asked a question when I just realized and owned I exist as a field energy, a spirit, whatever you want to call it, as information in the field. And I also exist as a body. My first question that came up in my head was, then why have both? Why have a spirit and a body? Why not just be the spirit? And my cells came up with this chorus that I just blasted my head, and it was kind of funny because I think they have Jewish heritage cells, because I asked them a question and they responded in a question. I asked, why have both? And all of a sudden it welled up and the answer came and said, Bruce, if you're just a spirit, what does chocolate taste like? And all of a sudden I said, oh my God. It's the biology, which is all the receptor devices that translate my environment into sensation, which are then translated by the nervous system into fields and vibrational patterns, which are then sent back to my source. And I realized at that moment, I said, my God, we're here to experience this place, to touch it and smell it, watch sunsets and feel love and eat wonderful food and have all this. And I thought, wow. And then all of a sudden I said, yeah, but it's not just receiving information. When you have a body, you can be creative. We can come to this planet and manifest creativity. And we do this, we step into a virtual reality suit called the body. I step into the suit as a spirit. It communicates with me via just the same way the Mars rover is communicating with NASA, and I get to experience this planet. If I have a picture of fear in my mind, I'm afraid of something, my brain translates fear with different chemicals, stress hormones, cortisol, norepinephrine, factors that affect the immune system that are called cytokines or histamine. So basically, in a state of conscious fear, the brain releases chemistry that complements fear. That chemistry goes into the body's blood, and that changes the behavior and the genetics of the person. So that means there's a difference between having positive thoughts and having negative thoughts. And people say, oh, that positive thinking doesn't really work, but that's not true. The best example of positive thinking in a scientific study is called placebo. You have a disease and the doctor says, here's this new pill and it's the brand new science and it's going to cure you, and you believe it. And you take the pill and you get well. Then you find out the pill was a sugar pill. So then you're left with, so what made me well? It's not the sugar pill. It was the positive belief in that sugar pill and how it's going to help your life. So that's called placebo, positive thinking, positive result. Unfortunately, most people don't recognize a more important point. Negative thinking is equally powerful, but it works in the opposite direction. So it turns out, for example, less than 10% of cancer is even connected to a family lineage. 90% of cancer just comes out of the blue, so to speak. But the reality is no, it's a result of stress and negative thinking. So it's an important point. Positive thinking, negative thinking, equally powerful because that's the level of consciousness that is translated into the chemistry that controls your genetics. I just want to add a very important point to this. Quantum physics is the most valid science on this planet. There is no science that has been tested more and verified more. And I go, so what's the relevance? Because the primary principle in quantum physics is consciousness is creating our life experiences. And now when you add epigenetics to that physics, now we understand the mechanism of how consciousness is controlling our biology. So biology and physics are coming together to reveal that we are very powerful creators of our lives. The science that says there are two minds that are operating at the same time. One is called the conscious mind and one is called the subconscious mind. I say, what's the difference? The conscious mind is where you are as a spirit, an entity, a unique identity. You are in that conscious mind and perceiving the world. I say, what about the subconscious mind? It's not a creative mind. The subconscious mind is habits, things that you've learned and you've experienced in your life, and they become habits. So the subconscious mind is not thinking, creating. The subconscious mind, push the button, play the behavior. So here's the point. When we are in our conscious mind, we are connecting our spirituality to the biology and the physical planet that we're in. And that is the creative mind. That's the one you wake up in the morning and say, oh, I wish I had this and I desire that and these are the things I want. And then you go out and start the day. And then guess what? 95% of the day, you are not operating from the conscious mind. Science has recognized 95% of the day, because we are thinking 95% of the day, our behavior is now controlled by the subconscious mind. I go, okay, so what's the difference? And the final conclusion of this is the conscious mind with your creativity has your wishes and your desires. The subconscious mind was programmed by other people. Your mother, your father, your siblings, and your community. So what is the difference? You wake up with a wish and a desire of what you want, and then the rest of the day, you play the programs that you got from other people that don't answer your wishes and don't support your desires, and all you see is the consequence of it and go, oh my God, why is it not working? And the answer is because you don't see, because remember the name is subconscious, below conscious. So when that behavior is playing, psychologists will tell us 70% or more of the programs in the subconscious are disempowering, self-sabotaging, and limiting behaviors. So the simple reality is this. We have great wishes and desires, and yet our life is not controlled by that. Our life is controlled by the programming, and that programming is the disempowering program. So all you see is the consequence of the invisible subconscious, which will sabotage all the desires and wishes you have. And then to conclude that, what if you just didn't default to the subconscious? What if you just stayed in the conscious mind? That's called being mindful. And why is it relevant? Because when you stay conscious, keep your mind present, you are the creator of your life. And when people are in mindfulness, they manifest their wishes, their desires, and their happiness. So for all of us, it's sort of a wake-up call. You think you're running your life with your wishes and desires? It's an illusion. You're really running your life with your programs acquired from other people. In our mind, we start to realize that we're concerned, we're afraid, we don't have enough, I'm not safe, I'm not secure. And I say, oh, these thoughts, I was talking about the thoughts in your mind, go in and control your biology, your genetics, your physiology, and your health. And I go, yes, this is really true. I say, well, how can I tell you what your thoughts are in a sense that can I read your thoughts? And I say, yes, you know, I could put wires on your head, and it's called electroencephalograph, and I could read your brain activity. And I go, oh, great, I can see this brain activity. I want to tell you something that's profoundly important. We were programmed to believe that our thoughts are contained in our head. That if I have a thought, it's just for me, not for anybody else. It's inside, and it's working through me. And now I want to tell you about a new technology. It's not electroencephalograph. It's called magnetoencephalograph. I say, what's unique about that? I say, it reads your brain. I say, yeah, but so does EEG. I say, yeah, but EEG, you put the wires on the head, and you get the electrical activity conducted through the skin from the brain, and that's what I'm reading. And I say, what's different about MEG? The probe is out here. And I said, what does that mean? Your thoughts are not contained in your head. Your thoughts are broadcast to the field just like a radio broadcast. I said, well, what if I, as an individual, have a thought that says, let's have peace in the world? And I broadcast out there in the street and I say, let's have peace. And I look around, it's like, where's the peace? I don't see the peace. And here's what the relevance is. Each of us is broadcasting. If you get enough people to have the same thought, that broadcast is amplified. Each of us has a small power, but if you put 1,000 people with the same thought, 10,000, 100,000 people with the same thought, you are broadcasting a most powerful thought, not just in your body, but out in the field. I say your energy is in the field, the thought is in the field. And you go, well, what does that mean? And then I'll give you this most wonderful quote. I used it the other day in a lecture from Albert Einstein. And the quote is so important. Here's the quote. The field, so a definition, the field is the invisible energy. Right now you're in a field, there's cell phone broadcasts, television, radio broadcasts, all kinds of information coming across. But guess what? Each one of you is a broadcast in that field. The quote, the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. Particle is the material realm. So what was Einstein saying? It's the energy in the field that shapes the physical experience of our lives. And if enough of us collectively have an energy that's coherent and strong, and we broadcast a belief, we change the world. I just want you to recognize, as much as I wanted peace in the world, if not enough people are out there saying, let's have peace in the world, there is no peace. If I want to say, let's have a war, how can you have a war? You have to have enough people convinced that the war is going to benefit them so that their broadcasts say, yes, let's have a war because I and my colleagues, we're all going to have a better result from that. And the reality is this. The only things that change on this planet collectively are when we collectively share thoughts. And yoga, when you're in your postures, when you're in your process, your mind is sharing a thought. Not just in your head, but all around you. So the whole idea about this is we have to recognize we are collectively creating reality with our thoughts. And if we want to change reality, it can change instantly. The moment we become coherent, the moment we collectively are on the same platform of thinking. You get enough people to say peace, there will be peace instantly in this world. But we've been programmed by other people to give them the power to tell us what we need. And as Sadhviji has been telling us so importantly, what we need is not what they tell us, what we need is what we know. And I really hope that you understand this, because when you have your thoughts, recognize it's not contained in your head, your thoughts out in the field. And that thought, the field, is the sole governing agency of matter. And therefore, what this world is looking for at this moment is an evolution. It's not an evolution of our biology. Our biology is already evolved. It's an evolution of our consciousness. When we collectively as a population say enough is enough, it will end.
I got you. Greetings, everyone. Yes, that was the master, Bruce Lipton. 17 minutes, I think, of an hour talk that you can find at my YouTube channel, K Davis F under favorite, if you want to listen to the whole talk. But I definitely know that you're going to come back and listen to this one when I put it up on my YouTube channel, K Davis F. Taking a deep breath, relaxing the shoulders for those that recall certain portions of that's making you think and realize how you live in your life. Blessings to you. Thanks for recognizing what you need to process a little more stronger to strengthen you in every way. You aboard the friendship train. Thank you for joining me this Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. You know, I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. I still love ending that in folks. My husband, 22 years of marriage, beautiful man. We made an agreement. I wasn't going to get into any healthcare management for anyone. But yet and still I found myself in that. And then right after that, we can still be in each other's lives, but we got to separate. So I won't have the responsibility. I take no responsibility for no one's health but my own. But I'm so thankful that you all have stepped up to quantum health and healing and understanding how you control the human body experience. What a blessing and a joy. I got 25 minutes talking. I need to get to the real business of the day. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming aboard the friendship train, sharing this message with your friends and family that it's time to be your own wellness doctor. Telling them that April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. We honor and celebrate everyone that emancipate themselves from mental slavery. That's right. We do things a little bit different, and we honor the way we care for the human frame. Not only that, the energetic vibrations too, because we got you with the NES Health Wellness Tools, energetic vibration, quantum health and healing. Welcome aboard, elders. Welcome aboard, moms and dads, adults and females. Welcome aboard, kids, children, all ages, and the babies. I love seeing y'all last week lymphaticizing other people. We're talking about mastering the lymphatic system, which includes the immune system. But today, family, and what's going on right now, we got to be there for one another before ourselves. And this part of the learning from the International Academy of Lymphology under its founder, Dr. Samuel C. West. It's how I always felt anyway. And then when it was part of the learning, I was like, wow, let me hurry up and master this a little bit more. Make it a part of who I am, that it just flows through me naturally like the energy flows through everyone and everything. Oh, yeah, we went on and got a pets compartment back there because animals love nests. Animals love the My Health device. Y'all got to check it out. We scan cats, dogs, horses. I think I even seen in one video where they was scanning a cow. That was a long time ago. I've been with Ness over 17 years. Stayed in there with them, and look where they are right now. I'm so thankful to be a Ness wellness practitioner, putting you in charge of your own health. It's an awesome feeling. Okay, let me hurry up. The language of friendship and peace. To love is to be a friend. How can we have peace unless we are friends? And how can I be your friend unless I care how you feel? From your point of view and not from mine. If I care how you feel, I care why you suffer and how you die. If I am your friend and I care how you feel, if I have food on my table and you don't, we share. If I care how you feel from the point of view and not from mine, then I will not ridicule, criticize, condemn, find fault, or cast blame. Those some big ones, aren't they? Gotta let go of the me. Did done to me. See, we can do that in expressing the real truth, but it's the delivery of it, how you do it. Okay? So the acronym is NO, RCC, FFCD. There will not ridicule, criticize, condemn, find fault, or cast blame. But how do you do that when someone is, as they say, mentally not focused because something is going on in the brain or the body, missing some minerals, some nutrition, something? Okay. You can tell how you feel and not ridicule or criticize, etc. in the process. Do not say the word you in derogatory way. You do this or you do not. They will fight you even if you are right. I will not do anything or say anything where you can say you are not my friend. If I ever break these rules, I will say I'm sorry real fast. When we learn how to live in peace, we will then be able to conquer disease, and not until then. Now, you might want to know why. Why? Because scientifically speaking, when the ridicule, criticize, condemn, find fault, and cast blame, it will cause the albumin, a blood protein that we've been talking about, to become trapped in the bodies of those involved. The result is loss of energy, pain, suffering, disease, or premature death. We must love ourselves and others enough to be determined to learn how to effectively communicate in a way that will control the forces of anger, the loss of temperament, and that destroy. Take a deep breath, relax, we're talking about the language of friendship and peace. To love is to be a friend. What if we told you that we had learned a new way to communicate that makes it possible for us to live together in perfect peace and harmony, regardless of race, color, or creed? A language this powerful has to be simple. In fact, this new language is only 2 sentences long. The first sentence is, how can we have peace unless we are friends? The second is, how can I be your friend unless I care how you feel? I care how you feel as long as you are in your colony and I am in mine. Now I think I skipped a line. And that's a rhythm, and that was a rhyme. But let me go back. A language this powerful has to be simple. In fact, the new language is only 2 sentences long. The first sentence is, how can we have peace unless we are friends? The second is, how can I be your friend unless I care how you feel? After repeating these 2 sentences a few times, they may become a part of you. When the Pilgrims Fathers came to America in 1620, the Puritans were in one colony and the Quakers were in the other. In effect, they said, I care how you feel as long as you are in your colony and I am in mine. 200 years later, in 1820, Christians were still killing Christians because they still didn't really care how each other felt. Now, we are about 170 years down the road, a little bit more now. Time has been a ticking. Who is finally ready to conceive of the idea that if we are going to have peace on this earth, we must be friends?
If I do not care how you feel, you may look for someone else who does. But our friendship will not cease until one of us is determined not to care how the other one feels. If I am your friend, then I will accept you as an individual, regardless of race, color, or creed. I will care how you feel from the point of view and not mine. That's why we have to have the art of expressing feelings. That was the language of friendship and peace. I'll be right back with you in one moment. I had to take that deep breath. Someone entered my room. I know you might even hear some chatter in the background, but that's okay too. Let me go ahead. The art of expressing feelings. The art of expressing feelings is a special technique developed by Dr. C. Samuel West, founder of the International Academy of Lymphology, sharing the blood protein research. So, to help family members completely eliminate anger, loss of temper, holding grudges, and resentment, so a spirit of love and peace can prevail, then someone in your family offends us, there are three things we can do. One, we can fire back at that person who offended us, but that will likely cause them to become offended and may escalate into a conflict. Another thing we can do is hold it inside and not fire back. Sometimes we can get away with this, but all too often these things are held inside, do not simply go away, but have a tendency to build up inside of us until we explode over some other little thing later. The third way we can handle offenses is to try to find some non-judgmental way of communicating that someone has done something that has offended you. This is not always necessary, but it is the only solution that does not stress the person out. And we talked about stress last week. We talked about living stress-free. I care how you feel. I want you to express your feelings. I want us to use the language of friendship. So when people go through things in my life that's causing things, you know what I do? I take a deep breath and I relax. I speak my truth and I move on. It's not my job to sit there and argue and change with somebody about how to be. We have to know and understand the language of friendship and peace. And normally it's demonstrated, and you know it, and you can feel it in your heart. I'm so glad y'all on the friendship training this week. I know you're still thinking about Bruce Lipton. I know y'all still thinking about what he had to say. Yeah, I can't wait to get some quotes up on this one. I put it up on YouTube so we can talk about it. We're talking about the art of expressing feelings. It's a simple way of letting someone know they have offended you without you offending them. To use the art of expressing feelings, you must teach it to your family and your friends, and they must enter into an agreement with you that, for the sake of peace, they will use this technique. Here's how it works. And take a deep breath, family and friends, and thank you so much for coming aboard the friendship train, taking a moment to sit back and move around and talk and chat and tell good things and lift the vibrations, but past the stories. We are honoring on this train ride. We have arrived. We're living in the moment of now. It is done. Taking a deep, deep, deep lymphatic breath, relaxing, feeling your whole body just relax. Thank you for coming aboard. Y'all give me so much strength through the week. This show has given me so much strength and expression and holding on and strengthening that frequency and that wave all the time. Every time it get weak, it's okay. And then it gets strong again. So here's how the technique works. The art of expressing feelings. When a person offends you to the point that you cannot hold it inside without it causing stress in you, instead of firing back, say to that person, "Do you know how much I love you?" This means, in effect, you are offending me. But I love you so much that I do not want to fire back at you. Ain't going through nothing with you. Don't care if you understand, 'cause you got to know that we living in this time and in this land that tells you to love yourself. I'm in love with myself. Talking to the man in the mirror. Oh, yes. And it's okay, okay, okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. For the sake of peace, the person who has made the offense must answer. I'm sorry if I offended you. Will you forgive me? And will they be sincere or not? The vibrations will truly show. Because is anybody sorry? No one's sorry. Do we have to forgive them? They have to forgive themselves. If they're in that situation, you must answer in a sincere manner. Yes. Did you? Yes. And are you going to do it again? Maybe. Yes. So you take control. You know how we do it on the friendship train. We're talking about you aboard the friendship train making conscious self-health care moves, because mental observation view is essential for self-success and self-vibration. Taking a deep breath, thanking you for everyone that wants to learn more about the Nest Health Wellness Tools and the My Health device. And Nest got everything in your portal for you. They got music. And I'm just so loving a part of the Nest where you now can create your own meditation from the frequency and vibration that it was attached to with words. And I had one done and it's pretty good. I'm still listening to it. I like it. I like what came up. I like doing those too myself, but I really like what's happening at Nest. I want to thank y'all so much this week, and y'all just wait till you go back and listen to Bruce Lipton again, and just remember that was an hour-long talk, and you can pick that up on my YouTube channel. So can you follow along where I left off at? You must answer in a sincere manner. Yes. If the person who made the offense does not apologize or ask for forgiveness, then you must love yourself enough to say within your heart, forgive them, for they know not what they do. But they do! They think about it. They plot and plan and do it. But when you feel that vibration that it was done like that, you want to still say, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because you can't let that affect you. Have power in your life. Give your power away to people, places, and things. You must process. You must go through it. You must recognize it. You must honor it. But you give it no life because it has no joy, no peace. Taking that deep, 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 deep lymphatic breath. How did it feel being lymphatized by somebody else? Did both of y'all feel that vibration? It is so awesome when we take the time to lymphathize a senior, a elder, a baby. You are getting a double washing, a double blessing. And it feels so good. And we're going to talk about how we talk about the body when we do really lymphathize and the things we be saying to ourselves as we do this process. So ending this talk on the art of expressing feelings, Dr. West says, if the person who made the offense does not apologize or ask for forgiveness, then you must love yourself enough to say within your heart, forgive them, for they know not what they do. This simple practice can help to eliminate arguments and contentions and establish a spirit of love and peace. This simple practice can help to completely eliminate arguments and contention and establish a spirit of love and peace within the family and among friends and community. It also helps people to understand one another better. Too often we do not realize how we are giving offense and hence are not able to avoid offending. This technique provides us with a non-judgmental way of expressing offending feelings, thereby promoting better communication and understanding. Practicing the law of non-resistance. non-judgment. Taking that deep breath and thanking you so very much for tuning in. We had about 25 minutes for this segment, so I'm going to thank you for coming on board. Go listen to it on the YouTube channel. Go to energy4life.com/P Karen Davis-Foulks. Let's do the free voice scan and step up to the actual scan. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings. Love yourself even greater this week. And smile often. And laugh and find that enjoyment too. On the friendship train, everybody shake a hand, make a friend. We do it all the time. It's so nice to come by and meet y'all. I can't wait till this train ride become a physical train ride. We'll truly be stopping everywhere, supporting each other with all the modalities. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank y'all so much. Seem like my roommate is playing some music in the background. That's a nice way to end the show for me because I can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you so much. And remember, April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Well. This month, April 30th is Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. And we look forward to this year. Don't know how it's going to be, what's going to happen, what's going to turn out, but it's going to be great. Take a deep breath. Support the lymphatic system. Take care of yourself. Put no stress on your life. Listen to last week's show and truly understand about stress. Sitting back, breathing, taking a deep breath, and learning about the lymphatic system, the tree of life in the body. I'm so loving myself. And I surely love this song. It's getting ready to come up and play for you, and it's talk from Reverend Ike. So sit back, honor yourself, and listen to the last 3 shows and make that change. Peace. Have a beautiful week, because life is beautiful and wonderful. It is never ever mean, cruel, or kind. It is always loving and good. We love with a free heart and an open heart, and we let the universal frequencies of life lead our lives. Thank you for coming aboard the friendship train once again and sharing this broadcast with a friend. I'm Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show, right here on InnerlightRadio.com. The healing frequency. Peace.
Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.cell-life.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your NES Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website for cell-life.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and NES healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web for celllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com. Hey, we gotta help one another.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. I just want to say in closing, family, love, laws of vibrational energy. Love is the power that brings my entire life together. It heals, renews, restores, and empowers me with divine energy and life. I am love in action. I am a master of positive self-expression. We are here to be givers and receivers of love. God did not create religion, man did. Sit back, honor yourself this week, and next week we're going to be talking about the gift, the power of love. Have a good week, family. Thank you so much for joining me on the friendship train. And remember, April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month, and April 30. Emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. It's time to be your own wellness doctor. Find the joy, find the love, smile and laugh. Everybody's going through something, and we must be there for them as well as ourselves first. So honor thyself and love thyself. Peace.
In the summertime, I changed my name thinking that it would change my mind. I thought that all my problems, they would stay behind. I was a stick of dynamite and it just was a matter of time. Oh dang, oh my, now I can't hide. Said I knew myself, but I guess I lied. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I wrote 100 pages, but I burned them all. Yeah, I burned them all. I blow through yellow lights and don't look back at all. I don't look back at all. Yeah, you can call me reckless, I'm a cannonball. I'm a cannonball. Don't know why I take a tightrope and cry when I fall. Oh dang, oh my, now I can't hide. Said I knew what I wanted, but I guess I lied. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's alright, it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Oh, it's alright. It's alright to be lost sometimes. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Yeah. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright.
God is my life. That's my favorite healing affirmation is this one. God is my health. Say that. God is my health. Say that again. God is my health. The third time. God is my health. And that ought to be your word that you keep in your heart and that you affirm in your heart every day. So, healing is really the realization that you are made whole from the beginning. You see, you are cut from the perfect pattern. May not look like it. You may not act like it. You may not talk like it. That's why you experience otherness. But you're cut from a perfect pattern. That's why Jesus said, be you therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Not another human religious perfection. The religious perfectionists miss it because they try to make another perfection. You cannot be perfect apart from God. You can't be anything apart from God, because there is nothing apart from God. See, that's the illusion that is called the devil. And it is that illusion that torments you. Healing all lameness of man, of mind. You see, the text that is going to be read in just a few moments is about a lame man being healed. That's exoterically. But esoterically, it is the lameness of mind that is being healed. It is a partiality of mind that is being made whole. It is a disability of the mind that is being made able. It is a poor man that we're going to read about in the text also, because this man sat at the beautiful gate. He couldn't get any further. Why? Because he had not activated his faculties of faith and love. See, you've read that 3rd chapter of Acts for years and years and years. They never told you this. Why was the man lame? And what is it that causes a man or a mind to be lame? Failure to activate the spiritual faculties of faith and love. Where's that course on the 12 disciples? By Reverend Ike. You see, the 12 disciples in the Bible are really 12 spiritual faculties of man, of mind. But there are 2 of these faculties which, if you do not activate them and nourish them and strengthen them, you will not be able to enter into the beautiful gate, and you will always be lame, disabled, poor, and dependent upon materiality.
Greetings, everyone. Are you still taking care of your human body field cellular malfunctions from an outdated healthcare system? Why not shift out of chronic disease care, stress, pharmaceuticals, vaccines, and surgery, and step up to energetics, epigenetics, and quantum health and healing with me? Step up and take control of your health journey. I offer you one free human body field voice scan
from your computer or phone. Instant access to your scan results and more free quantum health information. For more details, visit ConsciousSelfCare.com. ConsciousSelfCare.com, or call Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, 202-248-7749. Yes, it's time to be your own wellness doctor.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Health Care Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.